One of the things that you need to get along financially is to have a working system of how to manage your funds. You know, a lot of people think that they can succeed financially by drifting along, by living their financial life on autopilot, by reacting emotionally to situation and financial conditions that arise, financial circumstances that arise in their life. But this is not true. For anybody who is going to succeed in finance, in managing wealth, and for anybody who desires to make great wealth, that person must learn the skill of financial management. We used to think that financial management is not a skill, that you can actually do it when you start earning money and when you start doing great financially. But that is not true. Whenever you start doing great financially, what happens is that it reveals your deformities, it reveals your incompetence. If you don't know how to save, if you don't know how to invest, if you don't know how much to assign to debt, if you don't know how much to live on, it is going to reveal it. The more money you have, the more obvious it becomes. So the skill of financial management is something you have to learn regardless of how much you earn. If you are earning 20,000 naira, you have to still manage it the same way you are going to manage 100 billion. That is what it means to be financially intelligent. And this thing does not come on a platter. It comes through time and study. It comes through time and study. You have to take your time to study about people who have built great fortune. It is not about how much you make or how much you earn. It's about how much you're able to keep and how many generations you're able to keep it. So there are many people who end up making so much money, but they are not able to keep it for a long while. We heard about so many footballers and athletes who earn billions of dollars 3, 5, 6 years after their career ended. That money is nowhere to be found. They end up becoming entering into a financial mess that is even worse than what they were before they started their career. So this is what it means to know how to manage wealth. Do you know that it is possible that you can never get broke again? It is possible to manage your finance so well that it is impossible that you never get broke. That nothing on earth can cause you, even if the market crash, even if the situation collapse, you cannot go broke because you have protected yourself so well financially. There are those who are never going to work again in this life. They don't have to work again, but their money are going to be doubled every single 7 years. Their money, if they have 100 billion, after 7 years it gets to 200. After seven, it gets to 300, 400 without even working. These are those that know how to manage wealth. If you have a lot of, if you have, if you hit a jackpot now, what are you going to do with it? Do you know about stocks? Do you know about bonds? Do you know about rentals? Do you know about royalties? So these are things that you actually have to consider if you want to go very far in life. You have to consider educating yourself. The only thing you have is time and study. You have to give yourself a lot of time, and you have to use that time to study about things that you don't know so that you become so financially wise. Do you know about insurance? Do you know how to go about it? Do you know that apps to use when you want to do this thing? Or you are going to fall prey to all these cheap apps that are going to be difficult for you to withdraw your money when you want it back, or they are not going to pay you. Do you know the type of stocks you are going to invest when you hit that jackpot? Or is it when you have that money that are going to start looking for this knowledge? You must have the financial education to manage your wealth in such a way that you become unafraid of losing your wealth. I already told you there are three classes of people in the world. There are those who make money and they spend it lavishly. It just take 3 to 5 years, everything disappear, and they no longer have that money again. But still, they have that ravenous desire to continue spending, and it makes them very miserable. Some of them enter into theft. You could see so many Yahoo boys or those that engage in frauds. They hit $50,000, $100,000, but after a while, that huge amount of money that's when translated in the local currency is so huge. It's nowhere to be found because they have not learned the skill. That is why I want to tell you, you must have a system. Do you know how much you are going to invest? Do you know how much you must assign to debt? Debt, all the debts you have, all the debts you have. Do you know how much you should assign as savings? There was a time I saved so much that it was even very difficult for me to survive. I saved almost 90% of my money. It was very difficult for me to survive financially because I was thinking the way was saving. There was a time when I invested so much that I had to borrow to clear my urgent needs. Is that how you want to manage your finance? You cannot manage your finance unless you know how to do that. And that is why I'm here to educate you. The first level in financial management is paying yourself. You must be able to pay yourself and you must know how much to pay yourself. For every amount you make in whatever you do, you must pay yourself 10%. 10%. 10% of whatever you earn must be for you. Have you checked those that have done great financially, those that are living away in hard work? Think about the truck pushers. Think about your mother. Think about your father who is broke or who is poor. Think about her. How hard they have worked. Yet, if you go to their accounts, you cannot even see up to 50,000 naira. What does that tell you? It tells you that all they have labored for, all they have worked all their life, all those stress, they have nothing to show for it. But if they have been paying themselves consistently for that 20, 30, 40 years that have been in active working age, they could have amassed a lot. Even if it's 1,000 naira every day, they could have amassed a lot, and it would be enough evidence for all the years they have worked, for all the hard work they have put in their life. So this is what it means, that for whatever you earn, you must pay yourself 10%. And that 10% should never go into any other expenses. You should not dip your hand into that. You should use it strictly for investing. You should use it for investing. Investing is simply allowing your money to work for you, allowing your money to multiply, to do the hard work, allowing it to bear children, and that children will bear children, and all of them collectively will start working so hard for you. This is what it means to be financially intelligent. If you follow me, we are going to dive deep into what it means to invest, how to invest, and we are going to become financially unbreakable. I already told you that we don't have the best of camera, we don't have the best of apparatus, but we have something valuable. We have an insight, we have a message to give. And to those who care, to those who have the patience to just give us a second of their time, they are not going to regret it. They will finally come to realization that this guy bought their time. Thank you.